next one is with respect to data collection, and not just data collection, but data collection in a classroom situation with respect to behavior. I'm going to look at Shira for this one because Shira is in the classroom all the time.
Yeah, so this question was specifically about behavior that was happening like constantly, like throughout the day.
Scripting.
Yeah, scripting happening constantly, and there wasn't really enough support staff. So ideally, my first instinct was with a behavior that's happening all day, you think about partial interval recording, you think about like scatter plot, something like that, because then you get an idea of if there's any break during the day, like that's going to be more informational than what's happening, or like how many times it's happening. Like it doesn't really matter because it's happening all day. So that would be my first instinct was, is there a simple way to take partial interval recording? Could it just be, the teacher like making simple tallies? I think with regards to this question, that wasn't really so doable because of the staffing situation in the classroom. And the person who's asking really wanted to get that ABC information, which I think you would get from a scatter plot because you can do it by time of day, or you can do it by subject and then get that frequency, or same with partial interval recording. If it's broken up by timing, you can match it to the schedule. So like, like the behavior was happening constantly around 10:15 and that was their math period. So you could still get that type of information. It wouldn't give you like that specific antecedent. So then we thought about, well, is there an ABC data sheet that we can make really simple that is just a basic check off for the teacher? And we've done that. I think we have one there that's called, I'll show you after. It's called the ABC checkoff.
If you go, I actually looked it up. If you go to our resource, you did? I did. If you go to our resource, it's there under behavior section, and then under data collection methods, click on the ABC, and we have some ABC checkoffs, and you can even modify those. And I think if I've heard anything from Shira, I hear her all the time, but keep it simple, 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 simple. Usually a teacher in a classroom is overwhelmed because she isn't one-to-one, he has, multiple students in the classroom. Lots of those students have negative behaviors. So you've got an array of things you're dealing with at any given time to say, okay, teacher, focus in all your time, and have a timer go off every 2 minutes and put check marks on a page isn't always doable. So, keep it as simple as possible. We have some ABC checkoffs, maybe even get rid of the behavior and get rid of the consequence, and only have her check off triggers of the behavior. I keep saying her, but him too. Check off triggers of the behavior if that's all you want to know. As simple as possible.
Yeah, and on that sheet, I think there are a bunch of options for the trigger in like a column like that. And so you can individualize that depending on like what those potential triggers are. And then all they'd have to do is make a couple tallies. And I think the important message to the teacher also is that our purpose in this type of data is probably baseline, right? Like you want to get information in terms of a functional assessment as to what the intervention can be. So the message to the teacher is like, you're not going to do this forever. If you could do this for a week, then we can come up with a treatment plan. There might be some other form of ongoing data, but like the intense data collection, give them a timeline. Like, say, do this for a week and then we'll review and then we can come up with some solutions. They want the solution. They want your help. They want your support. So if you can work together on like an amount of time that's doable for them to do that data collection, I think that helps them a lot. Where other than thinking like, oh my God, you want me to do this for like the next year? Like, forget it. So that's important to remember, like explain to them why and how and the process.
End date.
Yeah.
Only till this date. That's it. No problem.